Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about how you can get an aesthetic jawline in 2 weeks without doing jaw exercises. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about your jawline and your whole facial structure, your facial aesthetics, is that the majority of it is genetic, bro. Like, I naturally have a fatter face. It's just natural. It's like, it's my whole family. But I will tell you what I do to get the best out of my facial aesthetics. And I learned this when I used to be a fitness model. Like, here in Manhattan, I was signed to one of the bigger modeling agencies, and I was a fitness model, and it wasn't just body, there would be stuff with my face too, and they would straight up tell me, yo, your face looking fat, man. Yo, real talk, your face looking fat. Well, it was more like, Brandon, your face is looking fat. And I was like, all right, no problem, I got you. And the stuff that I used to do to maintain a more chiseled face, like, it's definitely got the more chiseled faces than me. The stuff that I learned then helped me get my face chiseled enough for castings and photo shoots, and I'm gonna teach that stuff to you now. All right, so number one, like I said before, it's all genetics, right? So you gotta work with what you got. You're not gonna get like some other guy. Don't think you're gonna be looking like a runway model just because you do what I say. But you will, however, get the best out of your facial aesthetics, and that's really all you can ask for. All right, check it out. A lot of guys tell you that they do facial exercise. My boy Austin Dunham just came out with a video that went viral where he talked about the facial exercises he does, and he like chews on a I don't want to say nothing derogatory, that's my boy. He chews on a piece of jaw exercise equipment. Listen, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not saying it doesn't work or it's bad. I just ain't gonna do that. And you know, no disrespect to Austin, that's my man, and I'm sure it works. He wouldn't, you know, I take him at his word that it works. And even my man Connor Murphy, man, he chews on like 8 pieces of gum to work his jawline. I ain't gonna do that either. Man. I think the main thing you have to do if you have a fat face like me is to not build muscle on it, but to actually get it chiseled, right? So one, you have to have low body fat, and you have to have low water weight. That's the key that people miss. Low body fat, and you can't be holding a lot of water. If you build muscle on top of your fat water face cheeks, then your face is just gonna look even bigger. Does that make sense? I mean, that's the muscle doesn't burn the fat, the muscle doesn't get rid of the water, it just sits up underneath it, making your face look even more huge. Now, if your face is thin, now I'm not trying to discredit what Austin and Connor said, because those are my boys. They have nice chiseled faces. And when they built that muscle under that chiseled face, that's aesthetic. Pause. But if you're a fat face motherfucker like me, all right, the most important thing is to lose the body fat as much as possible and lose the water weight. This is what I had to do before, like, photo shoots when I was modeling, or even now before a photo shoot or before an event. These are the techniques I do to get my face chiseled and really to just get ripped in general. I look straight right now, Johnny. Yeah. But really just to get ripped in general, like for a special event. The stuff I'm gonna give you, initially it wasn't sustainable for me. Now I'm able to sustain a level of leanness and low water weight. And I'll tell you how I did that at the end of this video. But step one, you gotta do the basic, calorie restriction to lose fat. So I'm assuming that you guys aren't obese or 20% body fat watching this, because they ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work for you. You gotta get in high single digits or like the low teens for this to work, right? And then if you're in that range, then if you do the stuff I'm about to say, in 2 weeks, you should have a chiseled face. So one, cut your calories even more. Take your body weight in pounds, your lean body mass in pounds, multiply that by 10, and that's how many calories you should be taking. Don't go over that, all right? Don't go over that. So I weigh 200 pounds, I'm about 10% body fat. My lean body mass is 180, so I don't go over 1,800 calories per day. All right, when I'm trying to get lean. Really, that alone will help you get ripped. Now, you want to add more to it, you can do some HIIT cardio. I like high intensity interval training, one because it speeds up your metabolism and it helps retain muscle more than steady state cardio. And it's just quick, it's easier, and it's more fun. If you want to know more about that, there's an article that I wrote about HIIT cardio and the best forms of HIIT cardio and how to do it in the description of this video. So click that link. It's either going to be below or above, depending on where you're watching this video. Those are the main things you should do to get you ripped as possible. The next step is to get rid of the water weight. All right. Now there's a few things you got to do to get rid of the water weight. Number one, you got to actually drink more water. So when I'm trying to get as chiseled as possible, I'm trying to get all the water weight off of me, trying to get as much water weight off of me as possible. A lot of people will cut water out. I increase it. I start drinking 1 to 2 gallons of water a day. And if I'm getting ready for like an event, I'll start drinking like 4 gallons of water a day. Every time I say something like that, some goddamn weirdo says, that much water is gonna kill you. If you drink that much water, it's gonna kill you. A lot of people commit suicide every day in the United States, and almost none of them do it from drinking too much water. None of them try to do it by drinking water, because it's probably one of the hardest ways to kill yourself. You'll throw up before you die, and it's just not something you have to worry about. The few times in human history has happened, most of the time those people were drinking distilled water, which lacked minerals, and what happens is their body had like too little electrolytes or whatever. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Or whatever, don't do it. Shut the fuck up. Like I haven't seen a person die from it, You know what? Consult your physician. Or if you die from drinking water, maybe you were just a fucking pussy, man, Maybe that's just fucking Darwin at work, man. Maybe that's just natural selection, man. Maybe you weren't supposed to be here in the fucking first place, all right? So anyway, I drink 2 to 4 gallons of water a day, get shredded. Now, the reason that works is because when your body's getting so much water, it puts it in flushing mode, right? Your body says, hey, we don't need to retain water because we're getting so much. So it starts to get rid of the water that it's already retaining. Another thing you want to do is cut carbs. Carbs make you retain more water. I used to go low carbs before photo shoots or before events, or anytime I wanted to look extra shredded. It wasn't sustainable. I didn't feel good. But now that I do keto, which is it's low carbohydrate, but more importantly, it's higher fat, right? And I have a link in the description about some free information if you want to know more about keto. But now I do keto. I've been doing keto for about 1.5 years, and it's really easy for me to maintain. I don't miss carbs at all. It's very sustainable for me. A lot of people say it's not sustainable, but that's because you never tried to sustain it. You never did keto before, right? You might have done low carbs, which is not sustainable, but it's that high fat. Keto 75% fat. 5% carbs, 20% protein. A lot of you guys just eat bacon and butter all day and call it keto, and that's not exactly how it works, bro. But you can click the link in this video to find out more about keto, and there's some free information there for you if you're so inclined. Whether you do keto or not, you gotta cut the carbs. Keto is gonna be easier than just carb restriction because you'll get the energy from the fat. If you just do low carbs, you're gonna be weak and tired, and you're gonna feel like crap. But whatever, do whatever you want. The important thing is to get rid of the carbs, because carbs make you hold water, right? You can still get ripped eating carbs, but if you want to get extra shredded, you want to get rid of all water weight, cut the carbs, man. Cut the carbs at the end. Cut the carbs at the end. Without exception, that happens. That's gonna happen. You'll get ripped, and I'm able to stay more ripped year round now that I'm on keto, just because if nothing else, my water weight is lower. But also, like my skin got clearer. My skin is clear. I got more energy. I don't have to sleep as much. I get like 5 hours sleep a night. And I'm 35 years old, man. I'm looking younger, feeling younger. Got the chiseled jawline, as chiseled as my jawline is gonna get, because I told you I'm a fat face motherfucker. And this is about as best as I can get, right? You might be able to take this advice depending on your genetics and do even better. Anyway, so I don't do any jaw exercises. You can do them if you want. If you're not a fat face motherfucker like me, that might be helpful. If you are a fat face motherfucker like me, I would encourage you to just focus on getting lean, losing body weight, and losing water weight. All right. If you do that, then the chisel will be there, right? The muscle doing the exercises, that might give you more like muscle structure, but it will not burn the fat off your face, and it will not get rid of the water weight. Those are the main things you're going to do, and those are quick fixes. You can do that faster than building face muscles, right? If anything, do that first, so you don't build, so you don't make your face even fucking bigger you know, building muscle on top of fat. Hope that helps, guys. Hey, but shout out to my man Austin. This is not a diss, that is my dog. And I'm gonna put a link to his video. If you want to know more about the exercise, I'll put a link to his video in the description. And yeah, man, love y'all. Peace.